maybe one of the more exciting vintage football cards we brokered in, well, recent times. Those who have studied this particular issue, you have to be a lover of not only Jimmy Brown, but 658 Topps cards to really appreciate how special this example is. This is easily the best 8 PSA, SGC, Beckett, anything like the best 8 that I think we've ever sold in our history. It's absolutely glistening. This card simply does not come looking like this very often. No card is perfect, and there are some flaws that we'll point out, but most notably the print and the centering are as fine as you'll ever see on this issue, bar none. It's absolutely spectacular in the ways that we assess a trading card, and especially this particular example, which is so plagued by print problems and centering issues and focus issues. This is a unicorn for us. I mean, accurately assessed as an 8, and we'll show why, but you would be hard pressed to find an 8.5 or even a 9 that looks a whole lot better than this. In fact, some of those copies, pure and simple, look worse in the aesthetics of print and centering. So, it's just a really special example that we're delighted to feature. We've given the exceptional designation, which is the E for us, was saying it's in the top 15%. As is often the case, we're conservative in how we try to apply these stickers, but I'd say that this is easily in the top 10% anyway. And for us, the S designation, which is above this, is kind of like unofficially our way of saying we think the card actually, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's graded wrong. Like it should have been a higher grade. We don't feel that way about this. We think it's graded correctly, most notably because there's a little bit of color loss to these back corners and a little bit of chipping. So in our opinion, this is graded correctly as an 8, but short of that, it's basically the nicest 8 that I think you could ever have, and that's really what the E designation is meant to describe. So first and foremost, the print. We have a little bit of print flaw, in a couple areas, but again, for those who have studied this particular issue, they don't look any better than this, hardly ever. This is about as well printed as you'll ever see on the issue. And then as we scan around the periphery, the borders are so clean and so white. There's no snow or discoloration. We have just the most minute touches of wear at the extreme corner tips. A couple of the corners are virtually mint condition. And from the back, this lower left is probably the one that is probably the main reason why we don't foresee the card grading higher than an 8, is just because there's just a little bit of wear. Still a sharp corner, but just that little bit of color got flaked off. It's not fuzzy or bumped. It looks like something just kind of flaked off that little bit. And that's the only thing that we can see that really keeps the card from being what for us would be a strong 8.5, borderline 9 candidate. Just a little bit of wear along this bottom edge, but I mean, all told, this is just an absolutely stunning, staggeringly nice 8 that for us should be worth multiples of a standard 8. I mean, I'd say throw out the history, throw out the prior sales. If you're looking for the absolute best of the best, this is the one to buy, and I encourage you to take it seriously because you will not see a card like this surface anytime soon. This is really a special offering. We've been in this game too long. This one's a unicorn, so delighted to have it.